At today's ANC NEC meeting, a paper supposedly crafted by former President Jacob Zuma surfaced, revealing a dark scheme. Please kindly hit on the subscribe button as we go into the details. According to the memo, which was sent to the ANC National Executive Committee, Zuma and his supporters were ready to send armed assassins to the 2007 Polokwane conference. The manifesto said that their intention was to use force, including murder if necessary, to change the results of leadership. The strategy is explained in great depth in the document. Jacob Zuma and his gang's counter-revolution was so committed to achieving its objective that it sent an armed squad of hired killers to Polokwane. It would have utilized these assassins to kill a number of conference leaders and participants if, for any reason, it was unable to get the desired changes in leadership. This information highlights the extraordinary measures that Zuma was purportedly prepared to use in order to achieve his goals, which raises grave questions about his present motivations. Many have been surprised by the document's contents, which confirm long-held concerns about Zuma's propensity for destructive conduct. Early talks at the historic ANC conference also connected Zuma's previous acts to a number of the present issues confronting the ANC and South Africa. Calls for legal responsibility have been stronger due to the seriousness of the accusations. Many now contend that, considering the purported scope of his schemes, the only place Zuma belongs is in prison. Since the document's release, there has been increased focus on Zuma's legacy and continuing power, leading to pressing requests for a comprehensive examination of his past and current deeds. Once again, the African National Congress, ANC, is warning against the disproportionate influence of minority parties in the political landscape of South Africa as the creation of a government of national unity, GNU, continues to spark controversial discussions. After Helen Zille's recent statements, the discussion became more heated, leading ANC leaders to suggest that the coalition government is fragile. While the idea of a GNU is meant to promote inclusion and collaboration among political parties, the African National Congress, ANC, stressed that it still remains a contested terrain because of divergent ideologies and policy trajectories. Pule Mabe, the ANC spokeswoman, emphasized the party's dedication to democracy and inclusion and emphasized that no party should control the majority of decision-making procedures. ANC leaders reminded the public that the Democratic Alliance, DA, and other minority parties are guests within the larger coalition framework, in reaction to Helen Zille's remarks calling for the DA to have greater power inside the GNU. Mabe restated that the African National Congress, ANC, is still in the majority and that it plays a critical role in formulating national policies that represent the will of the people. Zille's statements that the DA has to exert its power more firmly inside the GNU served to further escalate the tensions. The ANC leadership reacted quickly to this approach because they believed that it undermined the spirit of coalition government. ANC officials claim that Zille's comments have the potential to exacerbate the already tense relationship between coalition partners. Political observers have pointed out that the dynamics inside the GNU are similar to those of past South African coalition administrations, where it is difficult to maintain a balance of power among various parties. The complexities of coalition government can include juggling conflicting policy objectives while attempting to reach an agreement on important matters for the country. Supporters of the GNU contend that these structures encourage stability and inclusive decision-making in spite of the inherent difficulties. Nevertheless, opponents warn that if tensions among coalition partners worsen, there might be a danger of deadlock and policy stagnation. In the next years, it is anticipated that coalition dynamics management will continue to be a major topic of discussion in South Africa's political discourse, especially as the nation negotiates difficult socio-economic issues. The ANC's claim that it is the main force behind government policy demonstrates its determination to lead the coalition in a way that will successfully solve the most important challenges facing the country. Political players and the general public will be keenly watching how coalition members manage their divergent agendas, while working to preserve the ideals of democratic government and national unity as the GNU discussion goes on. In response to Democratic Alliance, DA, Federal Council Chairman Helen Zille's recent remarks against the government of national unity, GNU, ANC Secretary General Pule Mabe has replied vehemently. Zille chastised the present government, saying the DA need to reevaluate its involvement.